Alright, what's going on, guys? So today is kind of going to be a little bit different than the videos I usually post. I usually post like car content and motorcycle stuff. This one's kind of more of just like a life update for me personally. So as the title suggests, yes, due to the housing market caused by COVID, I had to sell my house to live out of this camper. I'm just going to go into depth in that on basically what our situation is and why we chose to do this. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm just going to give you guys pretty much a quick tour of the camper. It is I believe a 40-foot camper. Honestly, I don't really remember. But this is the camper. You can see Tucker and Amelia over here. They're just kind of hanging out. Amelia is my 8-month-old daughter. Part of the reason why we chose to do this. Say hi. No? All right, cool. So yeah, it's a pretty spacious camper. So right at the front here, you know, you got your bedroom and everything. Kitchen, oven, refrigerator. Then you got your entertainment section over here with some couches, little dinette area to eat and everything. Bathrooms in there, and then we got bunk beds over here. The bottom bunk is for Amelia. That's where she stays. And the bathroom doesn't get used too often just because we are parked in a location that doesn't have sewer hookups. So if you didn't know, in a camper, all the water and sewage and everything that you use goes into a tank. And then usually you have a hookup that can go into either a sewer or a septic tank for all that stuff to go. And we don't have that in the location that we've parked this camper. So makes the bathroom situation just a little different. But yeah, so that's basically the whole camper. Pretty decent space, but you know, a lot different from a 3-bedroom home. But yeah. So basically just kind of give a rundown of basically what happened. So we had our house. We bought our first house in 2019 and 2020. I'll probably put it on the screen here. So we bought our first house, moved in up in upstate New York, and lived there for just about a year. And then so we lived there for just about a year. And then my fiance got pregnant with Amelia. So then obviously having a child in your life changes things. So we were trying to kind of focus on childcare. So she was originally from Syracuse. So we decided, hey, let's go to Syracuse. You have more family out there that might be able to help us. So that's what we decided to do. Ultimately, we got out there and decided that we didn't really want to stay in Syracuse for the rest of our lives. We kind of got sick of the snow really quickly, and we always talked about just moving down south. So this past September, we made the bold decision to move down south. But the problem was, obviously, I was working in the dealership industry. Not obviously. I was working in the dealership industry for about 5 years. I was making a good chunk of money, but it wasn't worth the stress anymore. It was very mentally stressful and something I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. I didn't want to work at a car dealership for the rest of my life. So when we moved to Syracuse, I still worked at a car dealership, and then that's when I realized, okay, I really don't want to do this anymore. So we made the decision. We had some money saved up from when we sold the house, and we made the decision to buy this camper. And the mindset behind the camper was because we went looking down here for a place to rent or, you know, a house to buy. And the hard part about buying a house out of state is you usually have to live in that state for a set amount of time before you can buy a house. But before you can live in the state, you got to have a place to stay. But to have a house to buy, you got to live in the state. So it's a conundrum. So you basically have to find a place temporarily to stay until you can buy a house. Well, the problem was, given the housing market and the market of everything else, rental properties and everything is super expensive. For a 3-bedroom home in upstate New York, out in, you know, the woods and everything, we were paying about $850 a month for a 3-bedroom house. The closest thing we can find down here, given our current situation, the hardest part really was we have a dog. He's a pit bull. And knowing rental properties, they don't like pit bulls. They don't like pets in general. But the places that do like pets, they don't like pit bulls. So it was hard to find a place that would let you have a pit bull. And then if you could find a place, it was like $1,700 plus, so almost double what we were used to paying for a house. So our options were to find the cheapest apartment we could find and either get rid of Tucker. So the only option we could think of was we were used to paying $850 a month for a house. We could live out of a camper for $350 a month, and it would have everything we need. It would just be smaller, and we'd have to find a place to use the bathroom and do our laundry. That was pretty much it, besides the whole, it's small. So that's what we ultimately decided to do. So we made the choice to move down here and to South Carolina, and that's what we're doing. So I just kind of wanted to make this video kind of as a life update, because I'm usually posting car and motorcycle content, but one, having a kid kind of, changes things in life, so you don't have as much time and stuff to do that anymore. And two, we're living out of a camper temporarily, so instead of my priorities being, hey, let me buy a project car or go make videos, it's, hey, we need a house. So just kind of wanted to make this update video and let just kind of show everyone what was going on. So if you're thinking about living out of a camper, it's honestly not too bad. It is going to be kind of a life-changing thing. So if you want to live out of a camper, it's not that bad, but obviously, depending on your situation, it might be a little stressful. Living with a 8-month-old and a dog in such a small space is a little stressful, but it's doable. But that's just what we decided to do, and we're going to pay off some debt and then hopefully find a place in the summer. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'm going to try to post more. Yeah? I'm going to try to post more content as much as I can. It's just, tough situation. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.